Welcome to Upper Lafayette on the Move. I'm Jan Swift. I'm honored to have as today's guest, Coach Ross Ricks, head basketball coach, Northside High School.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. We're going to be talking about the upcoming season and a tournament that's happening in December. But before we do, I'd like to have you give your background and tell us about what you're doing at Northside and how you ended up being head coach at the school. So where did you grow up?
I grew up in Opelousas, Louisiana. I'm a graduate of UL Lafayette. My first job was a graduate assistant with the men's basketball program under Coach Robert Lee. After I left UL, then I took a job at Northwest High School coaching with Coach Dupree. After that, I got my first head job at Catholic High New Iberia. I stayed there 2 years. After that, I went to Jennings High School for 1 year now. This is my second year at Northside. Did
you always love basketball?
Absolutely.
Tell me about that. When you were little, did you play?
Yes, I started playing when I was 7. Basketball was always my first love. I ended up being a college football player.
Oh.
I played at UL, but basketball was always my first love.
And you probably had a good coach in your family, right?
That's what he would say. But yeah, he did a great job with me, and I had great coaches along the way, all the way up from 7 to 21.
Yeah. We're going to have your dad on in a few minutes, Coach James Ricks, who's also with you at Northside. But what a privilege for you to grow up in athletics and be able to work in your field.
It was. Mom and Dad both have athletic backgrounds, so I guess it's only right that I ended up a coach.
Now, I haven't met your mom yet. What does she do? Is she?
She's a retired teacher.
But she also was an athlete?
Yes, she played basketball in high school.
Okay. So did they raise you to, I guess, enjoy and want to be the best you can be in your sports?
Well, I was raised around athletics. I was always around basketball with my dad. He's going to give you some more background on himself, but I was brought up playing ball, and I loved it, and it was just something they didn't force me to do. It was something that came natural, and you know, I love playing football, I love playing basketball, and now I get to do it for a living.
Right. Well, you've been at different schools, as you said, and Northside is such a large school. What was it like transitioning from smaller schools coming into Northside? Is that a different experience for you as a coach?
Yes, it was a different experience. Wasn't tough, it was just different. More kids to choose from as a coach, more people you work with as a staff in general. But it was a good transition. The kids made it very smooth. When you come in and build relationships with the kids, not only your athletes, but your regular students who, in my PE classes, when you build a strong relationship with them, it makes the transition very smooth.
I know a lot of the kids, hopefully, are in the neighborhood, which is a really nice benefit to me of being at Northside, because they can walk to school, or it's easy for their parents to drive them there and pick them up. But let's talk about the program. Last year was your first year. I hate to say it, I don't know much about what the numbers were and what your statistics were, but how did it go last year?
We finished 16-14 and lost in the first round of the playoffs, which for Northside standards, because they had been so successful in the past, was kind of a down year. So the kids have worked extremely hard in the spring. We had a great summer, not only on the floor, but in the weight room and strength and conditioning. And we also had a great fall. So today is actually our first day of official practice.
Oh, okay.
We'll get started today once I get back to school.
Okay. We're here on October 12th, just so people know. So really the season is coming up.
Yes, ma'am. It's knocking at the door.
Do you have a tough season that you're looking ahead to?
We have a very tough pre-district schedule, which was done on purpose to prepare us for the district, and also for us to make a run in the playoffs.
Well, the reason I asked you here today was your father had reached out to me, Coach James Ricks, and from what he was telling me, I want you to talk more about it. There's the Big Dave Thibodeau tournament, if I have that right. Coming up in middle December, the 9th through the 12th,
yes.
That's right?
Yes.
And it's going to be the first tournament that Northside is hosting to honor Dave Thibodeau, but it's also an outreach effort to reach out to schools, not just in Lafayette, but really in a several parish area.
Right.
And so would you tell us about that? What is going on? Like, what are you looking to do this year with Northside and your program?
Well, when we started talking about having a tournament, we thought it would be good for a couple of reasons. The first reason, most schools have a tournament, is for fundraising. But we also thought it would be a good time to honor Dave Thibodeau, who was a local legend in the sports arena with his talk shows and just been known to do such great things in the community for kids for such a long time. So, and he's also a close family friend. So we thought it would be a great time to honor him and his wife by naming it after him. We have 10 good teams in the tournament.
Look like really good schools when I was looking up the different schools.
In my opinion, it's going to be top 3 tournaments in the whole state. We have Southern Lab coming in, St. Louis Catholic, Hamilton Christian, Peabody, Magnet from Alexandria. We also have Madison Prep coming in, who's defending state champions.
Oh, in your division?
No, not in our division, but in a lower division. We also have a team, St. Stephen's Episcopal, coming in from Austin, Texas.
That's great.
Yes.
So it's going to expose your kids to all these different, possibly new friends and new cultures.
Right.
And also these other schools to see what Northside has to offer.
Absolutely.
I think it's great.
And it gives the community the opportunity to come out and see Northside in a positive light.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of times over at Northside, we get the black eye and a bad reputation for some things. So this will be an opportunity for people to come out and see the school and see the school in a positive light.
Right. I know in the past few years there was a lot done to kind of upgrade and refurbish the school. So it looks better, and I also think things are going better. You know, there's been some turmoil in the last year or two with the change of administration, and I know there's a new principal now, Julia Williams. But from what you were telling me before we started filming, the kids know that they're cared for. I mean, Northside is a great school.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't get the information that you get.
I know.
And all they get is the couple incidents we've had and the change of administration, but they don't know the ins and outs that, we have a good administration and the kids are great. And we do have good students that come to our campus, that come and graduate and go on to be successful.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second, and we'll go back to the tournament. My assistant Elsa is here. We've been on campus many times, and everybody's been well behaved. We go there to visit with there's 2 academies, the Legal Academy, which I'm very proud of. Ms. Tullier has brought the kids across the country to Harvard. They've gone out to North Carolina. Upper Lafayette has helped sponsor some of their competitions. And there's also, the Broadcasting Academy.
Correct.
So, I mean, we've gone and seen these things. There's all kinds of programs going on to enrich the students. The faculty, I know, is dedicated to the kids. And I just want to get that out there to people. It's worth going to our schools. Northside is a great school to start with. But so many of our schools are doing great things that the average person doesn't get to see. We either have older kids or we have kids in different schools. And I want to thank you for what you're doing and the rest of the staff for making Northside the great school that it can be. It's got a great heritage. And so what can we do to help you guys to promote this tournament? Tell me about what you're looking to see. I know it's going to be filmed, right? It's going to be on Cox
Live.
One
of
the tournament.
The unique things about our tournament is that it's going to be filmed live. The championship game is going to be live. That Saturday night. It's going to be on Cox. So from what I know, that's the only tournament in the state where that's going to happen.
High school?
In high school, right.
That's awesome.
Yes. So along with that comes commercial opportunities with Cox. So we're looking for corporate businesses or anyone who would like a opportunity to have a commercial and get a spot to come out and sponsor, to become one of the tournament sponsors. And
you're also looking for sponsors to help underwrite part of the program, is that right?
Correct,
Tell us about that, please.
We're looking for some season sponsors, and we have different packages. We have $300, $200, $100 for different packages that go along with it, season passes, tournament passes, and also signage in the gym.
So a family, a business,
Family,
individual?
business, individual, anybody who would like to have their name up.
$100 bills, yeah, falling from heaven, yeah.
Have their name up in the gym and just showing support for the school, showing support for the kids.
Well, tell me how can we get involved in that? Like how, if I wanted to give, let's say, $300, do I contact the school, the program? Do I contact Cox? Do you know like what I would do?
Yes, all the sponsorship goes through me.
Okay.
And then I take care from there. So if somebody wanted to sponsor the team or to have a sponsorship or an ad, they would just get in touch with me.
Okay, and how do we do that?
You can give me a call on my cell phone at 337-781-8867, or you can email me at rossricks@yahoo.com. That's ROSSRIX@yahoo.com, or you can just call the school.
And so if they go online, is there anything on the internet yet or Facebook?
No, nothing's up yet.
Okay.
We've just been sending out letters, packets of sponsorships to pretty much all the businesses in Lafayette and a bunch of people we know. And other than that, it's been word of mouth, except for today.
Awesome. Yeah, that's going to be really good for our economy.
Right, absolutely.
I'm sure they'll be staying at local hotels, shopping here for Christmas, and their families and friends coming.
The Ramada is actually our host hotel. They're doing a good job working with us. And not only are we having games, but we also having a different, we honoring different people every night of the tournament.
Oh, at the tournament?
At the tournament, yes, ma'am. So Thursday night, we're honoring all former basketball players at Northside. So we're trying to get all those guys to come out. And then on Friday night, we're going to honor Dave's wife and his family. And then on Saturday, we're honoring the 2006 Northside basketball team. They won the state championship.
I was going to ask about that. Is that the last time that y'all won the championship?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This last time.
Sounds like it's time to win again.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Coach Ricks got his work cut out for him.
Well, tell me about you. Let's, and I'm going to get in before we take you off the air. I want to get, again, how to contact you. But do you have to teach during the school day, or do you just handle the basketball team? What is your day like?
I teach health and PE. I have 5 classes, and then my 6th class is athletic PE with the team. So I get them for an hour each day.
So you're busy all day?
Pretty much, yes,
ma'am.
And
then all night?
Yes.
Wow.
Long days.
Yeah. What, you majored in health in college?
Health and PE.
Yes. I always wondered what a coach's day was like, because it looks like y'all just are out there blowing the whistle. And,
no.
The kids, but it's
For
a long
example,
day.
today I started duty. I have morning duty at 6:45, and then I have classes throughout the day, and then we roll right into practice. Practice today is scheduled from 3:30 to about 6.
Wow.
So once everybody's gone and we get out, it's probably closer to 7.
And then you've got tests to grade.
Right, we got tests to grade because we have health classes, not just PE classes.
Right. I really appreciate what you've done today to, come and interview for this. I just feel it's so important for our community to know what's going on in Upper Lafayette. So, well, is there anything else that you'd like to promote? Like, when does the actual basketball season start?
The actual season starts November 19th is our first home game. We play against LaGrange.
Oh, Lake Charles.
Lake Charles. So as much community support as we can get, we would like to see everyone there. The schedule is posted on the school's website, so everybody can have it. Or you can find it on maxpreps.com. Just look up Northside High School. And, we want to get the gym packed when we have those home games.
Right. Well, let's talk one more time about how to contact you, Ross Ricks, if somebody wants to either sponsor or get involved in this tournament. Would you give your cell phone one more time?
Yes, ma'am. It's 337-781-8867.
And your email?
Email is rossricks@yahoo.com, ROSSRIX.
Okay. Ross, I want to thank you for taking time, like I said, and I'd like to get to know you better. I'm honored to have you and your father joining us. We're going to take a break and welcome James Ricks, your father, but what you do really impacts kids and families, and our whole community should be indebted to you. So I want to thank you for being here and for all you're doing for not only your kids, but for us.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break and welcome Coach James Ricks. I'd love to welcome Coach James Ricks. James, we've been talking a lot about the program y'all have at Northside, and what I'd like to talk about now is the importance of coaching, mentoring, what's going on at Northside, and the really good things that you see happening in the program. So if you can give us just a quick background about you and your career, and we'll jump right into it.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank you for having us here on the show today. It's a pleasure for us to represent not only Northside, but the community as well, the Northside community. I'm James Ricks. I'm a native Tennessee guy. Memphis is my home. I've been here now long enough that Lafayette's my home. So I'm a former high school coach, college coach, junior college coach. Have had work in the corporate world and corporate community as well. I am a retired person who has been brought back into the coaching ranks by my son, Ross Ricks, who's now the head coach at Northside.
I love the story. I love that you came back to help your son and make things better, make things great.
We're excited. I was at Northside between 2000 and 2006 as an assistant to Coach Rick Labata, and we had a great run during those 6 years. The final 4 that we were there, we went like 135 and 15.
Wow.
Traveled all over the country representing Northside community. 2006, we won a state championship, 4A state championship. So I have a special place in my heart for Northside. And with my son getting the job, I was anxious to be able to come back and be a part of the program again. We have a ways to go yet to get back to the state championship level in basketball.
Yeah.
But from a community standpoint, Northside community is a special community as far as I'm concerned and in my heart. And I want to see us get back to the point where we are part of the community and the community is a part of our program. And we're doing some things in the community as a basketball program. We've gotten involved with the Bridge Ministry. Last year we were able to do some things with the Chamber of Commerce. So we're looking to get our kids involved in special projects, community service activities, and also bringing some of those activities back into the school so that we can actually showcase the positives that are going on in Northside.
Which are so many. And you were telling me when we were visiting that one of the first things any good program does, any good coach or school does, is really reach out into the community. I know you've been working on that, to let the local businesses, the local families know that you guys are there and you want to see the community thrive and prosper, and that the school is an important part of that.
Exactly. And by doing that, Jan, what we've been able to do is, because I am retired, I have a lot more free time than Coach Ricks does because he's teaching 5, 6 classes a day. So I try to pick out certain businesses on a daily basis and just stop in, have my Northside gear on, introduce myself. And surprisingly enough, a lot of these people are Northside graduates.
Right,
and they've
there.
Never,
they
and,
stayed there.
And they haven't been approached about supporting the program or even knowing who the coaches are, what's going on at Northside. So they've become very supportive of being a part of our program. And I think it's very important to our community that they are involved, because parents need to know what's going on in our school.
Right.
The community needs to know what's going on in our school. And we're hoping through this basketball program, we're able to showcase the positives of Northside High School.
Right, right. You've got so many great businesses. Just thinking about all the restaurants and grocery stores, and we're talking about Carl Bro.
Right.
I know he's so supportive of our community, but I didn't think about that. I just went back to my 40th high school reunion, and I really hadn't been engaged. And just reconnecting with my classmates and learning about the school, it just was like being back in time, and I want to be more, I want to keep up. It doesn't take much to plant those seeds, does it?
And it doesn't take much. Plus, the old saying about it takes a village to raise a child. At Northside, we need the entire community to be involved to help us raise their children, because there are a lot of children at our school who need that additional support system. And a lot of times the coaches are the people that they see the most.
Right.
Today, when school's out at 2:30, other staff members head home. And we'll have those kids again until 6:30.
Right.
And some of them we will even take home because they don't have transportation to get home. So we're that person that they see more than they see staff members, some of them more than they see the parents because mom's working, second job sometimes. So there's a lot going on with these kids that they need that additional ear. They need those additional ears. They need somebody that's going to give them that hug when it's easier to kick them in the butt. But at least they know that, hey, if I call Coach, he's at least going to listen. He may not agree with what I'm getting ready to tell him.
But he's there for me.
But he's there for me.
Yeah.
And
That's
we need the churches, we need the business people that when we come to them and say, hey, we need your help. Help us in any way that you can. And I'm not always asking for money. We're just asking for partnerships. We want to be a partner in the community. And that's very important in development of kids because now they know that there's some commitment on our part to the community. There's some commitment on our part to the families. The families now in return have to be a part of that partnership. And we need the local community to be that partner as well.
Right. What I'm excited about for the kids, and we just have a couple of minutes left, but this tournament coming up is really something to look forward to, and it's a way to showcase Northside. I find that to be very important. You're bringing in all these schools from different parishes that are high-caliber schools to Northside. I think this is not only going to be good for the kids to see what the program is and they're a part of it, but also to open up eyes to others, not only in our community, but around the state, to see what Northside has to offer.
Exactly. Northside has had a great tradition for basketball over the years, and now people are able to come in and see, hey, this tournament is going to be second to none. We're bringing in 9 other top high school basketball talents, 8 from Louisiana. St. Stephen's out of Austin, Texas has the number 10 player in the nation.
Wow.
And part of the excitement of having St. Stephen's come is the tournament's named after Big Dave. Big Dave was a leader among AAU boys basketball, was one of the first guys to really get it going in Louisiana. And one of the kids, the coach for the St. Stephen's team, is a kid from Waterproof, Louisiana, who played for Team Louisiana. And when I contacted him, he had no problems with coming back to be a part of the first annual Big Dave Classic.
That's going to be exciting. Gosh.
The Saturday morning, we're having a brunch at Ramada, and it's going to be special guest and Coach Butch Pierre, who was a former UL Raging Cajun assistant coach, former LSU assistant coach. Butch is going to be our guest speaker. And he and Dave were very close friends. The Thursday night, along with the former Northside players, we're going to be honoring former Northside coaches like Coach Hill, Coach Johnson, Coach Labata. We're bringing back Mr. Handy, several other former teachers who were really instrumental in helping the Northside program in the past. And on Friday night, we're going to have all former Team Louisiana AAU basketball players, coaches who coached against Big Dave in AAU basketball are coming in on Friday. And, of course, Saturday we'll finalize it with the championship team 2006 recognition. What more of a weekend could you have?
I think it's going to be great. And I just want to encourage everyone that's watching this to know that things are happening at Northside. This is all going to be in early December, December 9th through the 12th. And anyone that wants more information, I think we gave Ross's email before. What is his cell phone, if there's anyone else that... 337-781-8867. And we're going to have to close it at this. I'd like to follow up after the first of the year, hear how it went, and check back in about where the program is. So I'm going to leave that invitation out there. But Coach James Ricks,
thank you for having me.
This has been an honor for me. I can't tell you
appreciate you.
How honored I am. And thank you so much for taking time to watch our show today. I'm Jan Swift with another episode of Upper Lafayette on the Move. Thank you for being with us.